Okay, then I signed up for, again, before I went through all my whips, Cottage Garden, A Time for All Seasons series. And so it's, I think it's one a month. And it's actually quite big. I thought they would be small, but this is the January one, which is so perfect, a snowman with two cardinals. And I'm doing this on another piece of that Ada from, I think, from Teresa. But, you know, look at how that white pops on that blue fabric. Oh my gosh. And this Ada, oh, it's so luscious. But, yeah, so there's my start. I messed up. I flip-flopped the red and the tan colors here. And so, but I'm just going with it. It'll be fine. So where you see red should be tan and vice versa, but it's okay. I think I am doing this in floss from my stash, I'm pretty sure. And so those are my, like, I have an Avera Soie and a couple of Avera Soies, and just, yeah, just, so I need to get that done because it's almost the end of January, and I'm sure February's will be coming at some point. I kind of got a start on birthday gifts for the next year, for several. Okay, stitching with the housewives, the What's in My Cup series, and then the, I finished this and I didn't even FF up it. What's in My Cup, and, you know, they have all these different Wednesday releases, Friday releases, and things that they do, and, you know, one is as cute as the next, right? But they had a release for Chelsea's birthday, and I was just too cute. And so I finished that, the little snowman and the chicken. And see, that needs to go like in that dough bowl. But then I had done the Skater Girl, the What's in My Cup. It was called Ice Ice Baby, and it was the little Skater Girl and the Ray Dunn cup that said Ice Ice Baby on it, and then the snowman and that. And I had done that for my friend Gail for Christmas because I did not finish the Teresa Hoget nativity that I was working on. But I want that little Skater Girl. So I thought, you know what would be cute is just the little Skater Girl with the dog and the sled and the snowman. And so I got to start on just her. And I'm not going to do the cup, but I'm going to do the dog and the sled. I have, oh, you can kind of see one of them. My fireplace has 3 hooks, one on each end and one in the middle. And I thought it would be really cute to do flat fold ornaments to hang there for all the different seasons. And so that was my thought, is that I could take, you know, this guy, he could be the middle guy, and then I could do a small little Skater Girl here and something else there. And, you know, I could do the same thing for Valentine's Day and spring, Easter. Yeah. Couple more. I pulled out, oh, this is the other thing I worked on for Inauguration Wednesday. And it's Early Americans, and I have this gigantuous piece of fabric. I'm pathetically not very far along. Yeah, only to the second. But I have Betsy Ross finished, and yeah. So I worked on this the night of the inauguration, and I love this. I need to get it done. I don't know. Now, one thing I did notice is that I, for some reason, in my project bag, do not have all of the parts. I don't have all of the Early Americans. I only have like 4 or 5. So I either need to figure out if I didn't order those, or if I put them someplace else. That's probably what I did. Okay, I have another partial finish. So I had ordered this months ago from 123 Stitch along with something else, and I had just ordered 2 things, and I got a notification from them that one thing was on back order and they would send them both at the same time. And then I got a notification that my order for the one thing, and I don't even remember what that was now, was canceled, and that they were going to go ahead and send this along. And so it's Tiny Modernist. It's the first chart I've ever had by Tiny Modernist. I saw this on somebody. I almost feel like it was Kim from Barbara's Daughter again, but I'm not 100% sure. And, but it's the seasonal bell jars, and I love these. And I have houses, little white, in some case white or black houses that I put up, just small ones, for most of the seasons. Right now they're in that cabinet there, and I have like pink and silver houses for Christmas or January. But I thought this was so cool. And then they give you directions for finishing it like this, and these are all attached. And so it's just one big flat fold. So it came in the mail, and I started it immediately, and I finished spring. And so here is, I just used my own colors. How stinking cute is that? And so I'll do all four and, put them together. But I just thought, oh my goodness. And I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait until summer to do the summer one. So I want to just get them all done and then have them up year round. And I have several, cabinet type things that I could put those in. Okay, and then lastly, when I was buying the Blue Carpenter Bee Sampler from Twin Peak Primitives, I saw this. I tried really hard not to look. Just find the chart that I want and don't look at anything else. And I need blinders like horses have. But of course I saw this, and I don't know, the little dog just cracked me up, and I loved what it said. It says, "Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong." I thought that was so, I love it. So I don't know if this is pronounced Betty or, I don't know how I would assume this is Betty Bauman Sampler. And it looks like this. I don't understand why there's a crown at the top, but there is. This border is fantastic. Look at that little dog. I mean, look at that. He's so funky. And the chickens, I didn't even think I knew it had chickens in it. So got all the threads. I don't have them all up on floss cards yet. I'm just putting them, on floss cards as I go, but it's all these colors. Just, again, very soft, very much my colors. Oh, love them. And I got the crown done, and I got a few letters stitched. I like those real simple block letters. Those are really pretty. Very different from the real ornate letters, which I also love from the La Di Da sampler. So that is kind of what I've been up to. I don't know. I have not been rug hooking. I did pull out a Christmas rug. I think I told you about the Christmas rug with the donkey. I pulled that out. It just hasn't struck me. I'll get this urge to rug hook. I have a little applique piece that is almost finished that's upstairs. I didn't bring that down. I've been working on that in the mornings. In the mornings when I'm working, I work from about 5 to 7, and I run a bunch of reports and do a bunch of analysis. And then I send those to my customer, and he, with my suggestion on what I think we need to do for the following day, and then he makes a decision, yes, I agree with you, or, well, I don't know, what about this? And we discuss it and talk about it. And then we decide together, and then I have more work to do after that. But sometimes there's a hour, anywhere between 15 minutes and an hour and a half break in between me sending him stuff and then me having to do additional work to finish out the day. And so I wanted something upstairs that I could work on. And I don't have great lighting in my craft room. I have several lights up there, and I can turn them all on, but it's still not the best lighting, especially when it's still dark outside, which it usually is about 6:30. And when my daughter and son-in-law were here, he was either downstairs working, or we could not get Wi-Fi in the barn for weeks. And so for a good portion of that, he was either downstairs working in the family room, and my husband was working in the kitchen, or he was in the room next to me. He would be in Maddie's room part of the time when she wasn't here. it was hard juggling and figuring out where people were. And then at one point he moved into my office. And so anyway, I needed something upstairs that I could work on that I didn't need like massive light for. And wool applique is perfect. So I have done several wool applique pieces in the early mornings. I've been working on that. I would like to start getting back up early and working on cross stitch from like 4 to 5 or 4 to 5:30 or something like that. But I just haven't gotten organized enough to do that. And I've been still staying up late and, you know, doing all kinds of things. So anyway, Brian's back at work. Let's see, I think he was already back to work the last time I filmed, but then he was home. They had them stay home the week after Thanksgiving and work from home, and the week after Christmas and work from home, just to kind of be sure that everybody, you know, didn't bring back a bunch of holiday germs to the office. And that seemed to work very well. They have had very few cases of COVID. And my father-in-law is fully vaccinated. He got his second vaccine early part of this week, and so in another, I think 10 days or something, we can get together with him, which will be amazing. We haven't seen him since before Thanksgiving, and then it was just from a distance. And yeah, and so that'll be great. And then, you know, hopefully we'll be able to get our vaccinations soon. They're now starting to offer them in our county for folks 65 and older, I think starting next week. But we've just been pretty much staying home. And I didn't know, we were a little bit worried that the kids would bring it home, and we didn't want to take the chance that the kids would bring it home to us and then we'd go out and give it to somebody else. And so we've stayed very, you know, close to home. I mean, Brian's gone to work and coaching basketball, but they wear masks and social distance and all that stuff. At his work, this is really wild. They wear a thing that looks like a watch. It kind of looks like a Fitbit, but with no face on it. And where the face would be is just kind of a rubber circle. And what it does is it alarms them. It tracks their movement when they're in the office. When they enter the door of their office in the morning, they get their temperature taken, and if they have a temp at all, they can't come in, but they get their temperature taken, and then they put this little thing on, this little tracking device, and it alarms them or beeps at them when they get within 6 feet of somebody else in the office. And then it tracks, if they do come within 6 feet of somebody, it tracks that person and who that person is. And so if COVID does turn up, they can figure out kind of anybody that person was close to, if that makes sense. So they've really gone all out to be super protective. And a lot of the office is still working from home. Just kind of more the essential people are in, you know, now full time. But yeah, so that's been interesting to kind of watch that whole thing develop and see what all they've gone through to really keep. And they've had the hospital systems in town come in and assess their cleanliness and their, you know, kind of what they're doing. And yeah, so they've done a really great job there. So anyway, it's, you know, we're just looking forward to hopefully being able to get out and about and see people again and spend time with people. And I am, you know, back to kind of getting together with individual friends, you know, little bits, but we still socially distance and that sort of thing. But still not, you know, none of our life group is getting together, you know, all of us in a single place. Or, you know, I think probably as spring and summer come and we can do things outside, we might, you know, find ourselves more apt to get together, but not at this point. So I hope you all are well. You know, getting through the January blahs, where January went by in a, you know, blink of an eye, I think. And so looking forward to a new month and, you know, maybe some spring weather at some point soon. And so I hope you all are well and taking care of yourself and staying healthy and being safe, and hope to talk to you soon. Bye, guys.